Hey folks, Dave back here in Studio B and still working on testing some things here. Um, Boy, what a chat we had last night, you know, with with Greg and Jeff. That was fun. In fact, we chatted for quite a while after we signed off and just chatting about the game and just this, that, and the other thing. And it was just a good time. We could have probably gone all night talking about the Apple football, just things in general, as far as gaming goes. And it's always fun to get somebody on the show and talk about the things that you like, gaming and whatever. And that was a good time. I also spent, so again, I know I'm getting sick of the Apple football here, but I'm trying another test here so I can show the cards and some of the other things in the helper as well. And I'll get to that in 1 second. And you like the cardinal hat? Yeah, that is nice. I've spent quite a bit of today dealing with a few things here with the Apple football, and so I went and I found some stuff here on the site. The OGARD 62 site, ogard62.net, tons of things here to really kind of fill in the gap. So again, this is squib kicks and quarterback sneaks, and someone come up with a system for that, which is really kind of cool. And then this one here is what I really needed was this is kickoff coverage and kickoff returns and things like that. Alrighty, and what this is that sometimes you get a crazy result or a short kick or a fumble or something, and this tells you who was on the field. So if it's 0-4, it's not going to be the center; it's going to be the offensive guard. So at least you have an idea, who you're going to go to. I like this here too. If it's D4 on the kickoff team, go to reserve, cornerback, free safety, or safety. So I really kind of like the fact that there's a lot of stuff here just kind of help you out, And again, it's not going to be messing with the game. And it's not like you're going to get a backup guy that's going to get 3 touchdowns. But just the idea that there's stuff here to clarify it. And then I even printed out, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this, but some of the timing stuff here, if you want to speed up time or slow down time. And then there's a couple of charts here that were kind of neat. Do you have enough time to get the field goal off? So I'm not going to use that tonight, but I am going to use my squib kicks, my quarterback sneak, and at least have my reference here for the coverage on kickoffs and punts, so I know what's going on with that. And also, on his site, I had talked about, rolling a 20-sided, 20-sided die, right? And so if you get 10 yards, then or if you land on the right on the goal line, it's supposed to be a first down or a touchdown. And I was like, well, let me see if you get in. And I borrowed this from another game where I rolled the dice and I try to see if if I connect, if that was indeed a first down or a touchdown. And so on the OGARD site, somebody had talked about that, and I was reading that tonight, and it said, well, the only problem with that is it punishes the offense. And you're exactly right. The offense gains 10, and what you're doing is you're taking away a full yard from them if you roll and they don't get it. Okay, so I get it. His idea, his suggestion, I'm going to use that tonight here live, is, so instead of punishing the offense for getting the touchdown or getting the 10 yards, is if you come up a yard short, you also roll. So that way there, if you land on it, instead of it being automatic, you roll. That benefits the defense. If you come up a yard short of the first down or the goal line, you roll, and that kind of benefits the offense. And I like that. So I'm going to try that tonight and see how it works. Because I like the idea of it not being automatic. But, yeah, how do you work around that? How do you're always taking away a yard from the potentially taking a yard away from the offense. So we're going to kind of work around that tonight and just see how it goes. And, the other thing was, holy cow. So I'm using the Pro Football Helper tonight. And last night after we were done, I was like, I'm going to set up my next game. So I set up what we're going to play here tonight a little bit is San Francisco, Cleveland. San Francisco at Cleveland, Sunday 78. And I was getting error messages, and I was losing my mind because I had spent probably 7 or 8 hours inputting all the stats from the games I played into the helper so I could have complete stats, right? Because I'm using the helper now. And I'm getting error messages. It says, no, I can't. I spent too much time to get error messages. So I looked and the error said, can't find San Francisco or Cincinnati in the directory. Okay, so that might be an easy fix. So I go into the directory and I found Cleveland, but I didn't find San Francisco. So I went back into the helper and I put Cleveland versus somebody else and I was fine. So it's not Cleveland, San Francisco. So I went back into the directory and there is no San Francisco. There's no San Francisco 1978 text file. And I'm like, well, is it as easy as copying the 79 season into the active folder and also the 78 folder and then just retyping in all the players? Is it that easy? And that's what I did. I took the 79, saved it as 78. I looked at my roster over here, and in no particular order, I just kind of typed everybody in with their position, and lo and behold, I think it's working. So disaster avoided. At least it's working now. I wasn't sure because some of these programs, they're all database driven, and so everyone has a number into the database, and if you take them out, you mess things up. This one I think is text-based driven, much like the shootout helper, so I think I avoided disaster. And Jimmy B said he enjoyed the discussion last night. Yeah, that was a good one. And Ty says he liked the APBA chat, and we finally pulled the trigger on APBA football. Good for you. I'm glad you did. And any questions, let me know. I'm not an expert, but it's easy. And the thing I learned something last night. A couple things I learned last night. And if you caught any of the show, Greg and Jeff, they kept saying, play it the way you want to play it. And I loved it when they said that because, these are some veterans in APBA football, and I'm the new guy. And I'm like, here's how I'm playing it. What do you think? And their first response was, play it the way you want to play it. As long as you're having fun. And that goes for any game. As long as you're having fun, do it. And they told me how they played their games, and some of the stuff was okay, and some of the stuff was, no, I like what I'm doing. Greg didn't like the defensive cards. I love the defensive cards, and he's like, well, then use them. If it's fun for you, use them. Rolling for fumbles, I've been doing that, and it's been enjoyable. He's like, then do it. And I like when Jeff chimed in and said, the game actually says in the rules, roll off the R column for a fumble. Now, their master symbols indicate which guys you can roll for returns and which guys you can't. But the basic game is kind of just roll away. So I'm going to roll away. I'm really just going to roll away because I'm having my fun with it. And it's not hurting anybody else. It's not hurting anybody's game. It's not hurting the real stats. It's just if it makes it fun for me, then I'm going to do it. So I am going to do a couple of things here. One thing is I am going to use my 20-sided dice roll on a 1-yard short play of a goal or first down, and also if I land on it to see if I got it or not. So that way it's both offense and defense. It's the same. I like Greg's rule for the determining the penalty on a interception return or a punt or something like that, because it doesn't really specify. It's always like from where you intercepted it, but it's a spot foul, so where did that occur? So I'm going to try to use his rule tonight if I can remember how to do it. I think it's even you get it from the end of the run or the return, and if it's odd, then you roll to see how far along it was or something like that. So I'm going to try that. As well as, again, using my squib kicks if I need to, my quarterback sneaks, and now I have my special teams tracker over here. I'm really excited about this. I'm really excited that there's so many different things going on in this game, and this just fills in the gaps. You know what I mean? And it just kind of helps me. Oh, and what I'm going to do is I got my play decider die. So what I'm going to do is on a fumble, I will roll the decider die to determine if the player will try to return it, and that'll be for everyone. Okay, and that's just I'm just kind of experimenting and trying some things out to see how it goes. And if I get nose tackles running fumbles back 56 yards, then we got a problem, But anyway, I'm just gonna try. And Ty says, still nervous about the symbols and setup. We'll see how it goes. He loves the baseball game, as football is his favorite sport, so I hope I will love it. Well, the thing to do is read the front of the rule book. And what I did here, can I show you this? No, I'm going to show you this instead. So I created this cheat sheet here. All right, and what I did, as you can see this here, so I put my kickers and my kick returners, my punters and my punt returners, and that's That's what I want to know. And then I got my offense over here and my defense over here. And then down here are all the symbols. So this is where you look to see who your returners are, who your kickers are, and all that other stuff there. So just print this out from the book. This is in the book. And it just says, your kicker is KOA. That's your kickoff A-rated guy. That's your top kicker. And then KA is your place kicker. So that's kicking. Then they have your backup kickers, which is KOB and KB and things like that. Your punter is PA. The backup punter is PB. And I've had to use my backup punter, so don't think that you'll never use that stuff. And then it just talks about 11 is your kicker and D10 is this and that. So it just takes a little bit to get used to, and just maybe create a cheat sheet for yourself. And just for a reference, so I have mine here. I got my San Francisco on the left, and on the right I got Cleveland because that's my home team, which corresponds to what I have here. And let me just kind of go overhead right now. So this is what I got here. So again, San Francisco is all here on the left, and Cleveland's all on the right. I got my notes, and I even went in and I made some notes here off to the side. And what I'm doing is I went to the actual game, and this is what I'm doing a little bit more. And what I'm trying to do is see who played in the game and see who returned the kicks. So now, for San Francisco, even though so Freddie Solomon's going to be my punt returner, okay? And on his card here, so he's a wide receiver too. On his card, it says TAK. That means TA is your top A-level punt returner, TAK. For whatever reason, it's called TA. So he's the A receiver on the punt. So he's returning the punts. And I did notice that in this game, he returned all the punts. So what I'm going to do is even if it goes to the backup punt return, I'm going to have Solomon return all my punts today because he did in real life. And I know I talked about capping things and making it different, but I think that's what I might do. Although I might, I looked in the other guys here, Jones and Steptoe weren't even in the game. So I like to kind of at least keep the guys that played the game on my table, and the guys that didn't, I took out. So all these guys here on the table were in the game, except for Seal and Schumann. They did not get any passes, but I do like to have a second tight end, and I like to have 3 receivers. So this is, again, I'm kind of whittling down, and I'm making this thing my own, how I like to do it. So I got my tight ends on the ends, and then I like to have at least 2 fullbacks and 2 running backs. So I see who was in the game, make sure everybody that got a touch is in the game, and if I need to add somebody, then I go to my roster and I add the next guy, and then I got my receivers. And again, you can do it any way you like, but this way here I put them in order too of how they were used in the game. So I know that O.J. Simpson is going to get a lot of carries, okay, and there's just no doubt about that. And then Greg Pruitt, he's going to get a lot of carries too, because they're the number 1 guys here. So I just put them in order, and I'm going to use this little thing here to remind me who's carrying the ball on the play. Ozzie Newsome over here obviously is my number 1 tight end, and Paris is my backup over here is how it goes, and then I got my kickers in the back. But anyway, I'm trying out some new things today, and I know that there's some people getting tired of the APBA football, but I'm trying out some new things, and I thought I would come on tonight and say hi. And Charles says he can't get past the cost of the APBA football, and I get it. And I was the same way. And that, I didn't buy this game for years because I'm like, man, $120 a season, that's nuts. But again, I'm rationalizing this that it's about 10 cents a card because you're going to get 1,200 cards, so it's about 10 cents a card. Is it a season that you're really going to like? There's a lot of guys in here that this is great. This is one of my favorite seasons. So for me, that amount of money for my favorite season, I'll buy 1 season and give it a go. And now, I get 2 games left. I get this one more, and I'm going to play that's 14 games. And it's taking me 3 or 4 hours a game. That I'm trying to get it down to 2. If I don't talk as much, I can get it down to 2 hours. So I'm looking at that. 50 hours. Am I getting $3 worth of enjoyment per hour out of this? I think I am. And if I go on and I play week 2 and I get done that, now it comes down to about $1.50 an hour. And if I play week 3, it's 75 cents an hour. And that's kind of how I'm justifying it. And like the replay gamer says, this is my hobby. This is what I do. I don't go on lavish vacations. I don't have lavish things. I lead a very simple life, and this is what I spend my money on is gaming stuff and in broadcasting stuff, and that's just what it is, We got simple cars and simple house and simple everything else, and so that's my thing. And everyone has their thing. I go over a friend's house, and they have all kinds of crazy things. He's like, this is what I'm into. I'm into stereo equipment or audio equipment, or I'm into cars. I got 5 cars, or I'm into landscaping. Look at the guy's, yard looks immaculate, and it's looked like right out of a movie or something. Everyone has their thing. So as far as the cost goes, yes, I will agree that it's much. But it depends how much you play it. If you get it and you love the game, and you put hours and hours and hours into a game, like anything else, put hours and hours into anything else, you'll enjoy it. And I've not tried Dice Nuts football. I have the hockey, and I played it for about 10 minutes. I haven't really done much with it. Phoenix Knight says, and I watched your unboxing of the APBA, by the way, Phoenix. You're doing something similar with those sheets for your setups at APBA Football, and you're expecting 98 the season this week. Yeah. And I think that, when we talked to Greg last night about setup, Greg Barath, he sets up so much. He spends hours setting up the season. He's got his special teams, and he's got his numbers, and he spends a lot of time. So when he sits down to play, he doesn't need anything. He's never looking up anything. It's all right here in front of him. He knows who played and who didn't, and the lineups and the whole bit. And we did a show, a couple weeks ago on setup and prep, and that, the more you put into the setup and prep, the more prepared you are to play the game, and you're not scrambling looking for things. You can just enjoy the game. And so he does a lot of setup and prep. And so I do a little bit, and it's certainly helped me, because now I have everything, right here at my fingertips. I can look at anything. So I got my cards, and I got my this, and I'm ready to go. And once you get comfortable with the game, you'll be doing Quick Decks football too. Yeah, well, you're gonna find Quick Decks is really fun. It's just so in depth. It's much more. I don't want to say difficult, but it's much more involved. Like APBA, you pick up and you play it right out of the box, and you're good to go. The Quick Decks, I was in and out of the rule books the entire game. And I'm not saying it was a bad thing, and I understood it all, but there was so much to it, I couldn't remember everything. But it was fun, and I will get back to Quick Decks again. I think after I finish week 1, I'm going to pull out some other games. And Charles, you make a good point. Do you want one season of football? Do you want 10 seasons of something else? You're exactly right. It depends what you want. My thing is this. I play cards and dice. I love cards and dice. These are cards. That's what I enjoy. I enjoy cards. PDFs are fine, and team sheets are fine, but I do like my cards. I like having my cards. This is much more personal to me, having this guy on a card, and like someone else said that, than just to have him on a sheet. This is much more personal of a game to me, having all this here. But again, it's what everybody wants to do. I mean, there's no right answer for everyone. It's whatever you want to do. So, and Ty says the cost is holding me back, but he loves college football, so we decided to do a college playoff season, which is cheaper to start off with. The best thing to do is spend the $40 in the game, and you get 4 teams. You get 2 pro and 2 college. You get the Super Bowl teams and then the national champions. And then play it. And if you don't like it, then you've spent $40. Sell it. Maybe sell it for $20, okay? And you're done with it. So it costs you $20 to try it, okay? In best case, you play it and you're like, this is fantastic. I will buy a season that I really enjoy. And you'll get hours and hours and hours of enjoyment out of it, okay? So again, you don't have to buy a season. You can just buy the game and try it. I bought a season because I find that when I try a new game, if I have 2 teams I don't care about, the game, we talked about this on the show, buy a game, get a season you're familiar with. APBA Hockey, I did that. I bought APBA Hockey with 90-91, and when I saw Mario Lemieux and Jaromir Jagr and Brett Hull and, Ray Bork and Cam Neely on my tabletop, it meant more to me than the Stanley Cup champions from last year, which I don't even know who's on the team. So for me, I was into it, and I was learning it, and I was taking my time, and it really felt like hockey because I could visualize these guys on my table. But again, if you want to just try the game, $40 will get you the game, and you can try it and see if you like it. And it might not be for you. It was for me. It just happened to be for me. RGL, thank you so much. I'm trying to create a setup here. Let's see all the cards I got here. There's so much in football. That's the thing. There's so many people out there. Again, my defense is just stacked in the corner here, so if I need them, they're here. This is a completely different setup than baseball or hockey, so this one's kind of tough, but with the helper, now at least you can see the down and distance and the score and where we are on the field. And yes, I am really enjoying this APBA football more than I thought I would, and that's why, like I said, I bought one season. I took a chance, and I did buy. My birthday's coming up next week, so I bought a season for myself for my birthday. And like I said, I won't be stockpiling the football seasons as we talked about, like I do with the hockey. It's $60 a season or $70 a season. It's a hell of a lot easier to deal with than 100 to 120. That's for sure. But over time, I might chip away at it. But I'm just, like I said, I'm playing 78, and I haven't played anything but 78. Maybe a couple of 76 seasons. But I've gotten my money's out of this. Come on, I just can't. You can't say that. And it is Tommy ball game. The cards, like I'm touching O.J. Simpson right now. You know what I mean? And I'm looking at his card, and I'm saying, "Oh my gosh, how cool is this?" And I'm looking at his ratings. It's again, like when we talked to John here, and we had John on the show last year, as you know, and I said, I would be more apt to try the football game if the seasons were, $60, $70, $80, and I got less cards, and then everybody else on a sheet. And he said that they tried that and people didn't like it. I'm like, man, why wouldn't they like it? Why wouldn't they want to save money and then have the guys that you don't have too much on a sheet? And then I got the season in, and I laid out my teams, and I have my cards, and I have come over to the dark side that I would spend the money to have my cards. That's why I spend a little bit of extra money on Hockey Bones. I go to Hockey Bones, I get the fantastic printed cards from Drive-Thru Cards, and then I get, you get every player with Hockey Bones. And that's why, it's one of the main reasons I play Hockey Bones, aside from the fact that there's only one chart. You get everybody. APBA Hockey, you don't get everybody. And that's okay because I do like APBA Hockey too. But so there's two different games that I play. And Andrew says, if you go to Pro Football Researchers Associations, they have a section called Game Books, which teams list who is active for each game. Oh, interesting. Interesting. I didn't know that. That might be kind of fun. What I'm doing right now is I'm going to the stats to see who got stats. At least the defense I'm not too worried about. And again, maybe someday. But for right now, I don't want to get too crazy with football because there's just so many people in football. Hockey lists out your 18 guys and your 2 goalies. So that's easy. Football, there's, special teams guys and defensive guys and a whole bit. And not everybody comes into play. So I don't want to spend too much time with that. So I will see who the starting quarterback is in my kickers, in my returners. So I get my again, your star players, the key players. I want to make sure that they're right. And then the rest I just kind of fill in. And so it's a balance between real and Dave's world is what I do. And again, it's my way, my game, my play, and I have some fun with it. And Patrick says, it's been 40 years since I played APBA football. What new features, I'm trying to read that. There's a little thing behind it. Stand out for you. I do have the older game. I never played it until the other day. And the newer game with the newer charts and the newer cards, it just adds so much to it. And the other game is kind of like MS-DOS, and then you get the newer game that's kind of like Windows. It's kind of night and day for me anyway. I did play a little bit with the old boards with the 1979 season that someone's loaning me. It was fine. It was fun, but when you come up to this chart over here that I'm using here, and all the different categories and things like that, it just expands on the game so much. It takes it from just kind of a run-of-the-mill football game to something that's really, really fun. And I do recommend to anybody that's that's played APBA hockey or APBA football. I don't know about the baseball. The baseball's kind of hasn't changed too much. But if you want to try it again, spend the $40 and get the new game with the new charts and the new way to do it. It's just so much better. I love the new cards and the new charts. That's just what I had. Because I know someone, Tebow sent me 78 baseball, and I liked it so much that I bought the newer version of 78. And I much prefer those cards there. I really do. All right, so let's play a little bit here. So again, I'm trying some of my see if I can work in some of my OGuard 62 rules here today and see how it goes and just kind of play around with that. So we had a penalty here, right? And that was 23E set to 7. So we had holding on the offense, right? Did I put in the holding call? Yes, I put in the holding call. All right, so we got a 2nd and 20 now, back on the 20. So now I need to go to my, no, I'm still on the main chart. And that's the other thing that's genius about this game. You know, when you play an APBA baseball and you have a chart for, nobody on base and a chart for a man on first and a chart for, all the different base running situations. And then the chart is geared toward that situation. It's the same thing with the football here. You have the 4 different zones. You have the main zone, which is the middle of the field, and then you have inside your 15-yard line, so you're kind of, up against your goal line, and then you got the red zone area, and then you got inside their 10. So you got the 4 different zones, and all the fumbles, interceptions, and even some of the penalties all really correspond so well to the different zones. And that's the thing that freaked me out, because I had the ball inside my 10 and something happened, and I looked at the chart. It might have been a fumble or something like that. And I was like, oh, the fumble's in the end zone. And I'm like, well, that's great, but what if I was on the 50-yard line? How would I get in the end zone? And then I thought to myself, well, this must be geared toward this part of the field where I'm so close to the goal line, any fumble could roll back 5 or 6 yards, and now it's in the end zone. And I was pretty impressed with that. I'm very impressed with how this game really plays out. As Ron McGrath stops by as well. All right, so let's play a little bit, trying to keep in mind some of the things that I'm going to be doing in this game. So we have a 2nd and 20 now after the holding call to the San Francisco 49ers. Oh, and by the way, I figured out how to change logos and fields and even the colors in this game. I can't do it while I'm doing this, but I will do a video on it. If you go to your utilities and you click on this, it brings up a menu, and it'll say Team Images. And that's where you can go and modify any year of any team that's in your game. So you can put in the correct helmet, the correct colors. They even got a couple fields to choose from. So you really can kind of do that if you want. And if you really get good graphically, you could probably create your own stuff and stick it in the directory and choose from it. So this game is really, it's you can really customize this game. In fact, I changed to San Francisco. You see the X's and O's on the chart here, how they're white with a red. Well, they were gold with red, and you couldn't see them. They looked just like the Cleveland Browns guys. So I changed it to the white and red. So now, all my visiting teams will be dominant white, and the home teams will be dominant dark. And so that way there you can really tell them apart on the screen. All right, so what are we going to do on 2nd and 20? So let me look around here. I got one A receiver. So let's go medium pass to Terry LeCount. And again, I put these in order. Again, just my setup in Phoenix Night, if you're still watching. What I do is I go to the actual game on Pro Football Reference and see who gets the most carries and who gets the most balls thrown to him. So now I know, even though Freddie Solomon's my top receiver, Terry LeCount had more balls thrown to him. So that's kind of what I'm going to try to do in this game. And the same over here. The only exception is, I can put Ozzie Newsome here. He's my top tight end, but he's also going to be my punt returner today. Because the other two guys, Wright was in the game. K. Wright was in the game. And he's supposed to be, if I look over here on my Cleveland chart, he's supposed to be my punt returner, but he wasn't in the game. So I don't know if he was hurt or wasn't on the team yet. So So I'm starting with the guys that played in the game. And I'm kind of rambling here, but I'm kind of just going over how I'm doing things. But this is kind of fun for me. So everyone's on the table. I can see everybody here. I can just slide the cards to get to the numbers. And I know what order I'm going to go in as far as carries. You know what I mean? So this Hoffa guy, he'll get a couple during the game, but at least I'll get him in and get him some carries. And the only thing I haven't been able to do is get you the pop-up menus here, which is too bad because it would be kind of fun to show some of the stats here in the game, and I won't be able to do that just because it doesn't handle the pop-ups very well. And I couldn't figure out a way to show the whole screen and the cards and me and the dice. So anyway, that's a lot of that. So you can see the dice roll under me. That's going to be for my defense off my play cards down here. All right, so enough of chit-chatting. Let's play a little bit. Again, this is more of a test. So this doesn't count. This doesn't count as an APBA football stream because this is a test. All right, so just so you know, this doesn't count as an APBA football stream. So we're going to go LeCount on a medium pass. So I'm going to flip over here to medium pass play between my 15 and the other team's 31 because that's where I am. I'm on the 20, 2nd and 20. All righty, so on a 2nd and 20, they're going to be playing deep. I know that, so I'm going to roll my dice, right? And so that should be showing me a 45, and it does. And a 45 on my Cleveland card, which is a +4, by the way. So San Francisco's -4, and Cleveland is +4. And so a 45 playing deep. It says BS, but I know I'm playing deep because it falls under the 2nd and long. So I'm playing BD. Terry LeCount is an A, so we bumped that to an AD. So I'm going AD, medium pass. Steve DeBerg is the quarterback. His first pass is an 18 AD, and that'll be incomplete. So I'll click on pass, and you won't see the pop-up here, but it'll tell me that it's a pass to LeCount, and I just click on incomplete. And again, I will do a whole video on the Pro Football Help. I know I've done some already, but I'll do some that'll show everything, and maybe I'll do that tomorrow if I get a chance. 3rd and 20 now, so now we're going to be looking for Solomon. So we're going to go medium pass to Solomon. So we're still playing deep. And an 11 is going to be CD. Oh, boy, this is going to be tough. CD, medium pass. So DeBerg back to pass on 3rd and 20. And a 45 is 17, and that'll be incomplete as well. It might even be intercepted. CD, 17. No, that's just incomplete. All right, so DeBerg's pass this time to Freddie Solomon is incomplete. 15 seconds off the clock. And now it's 4th and 20, and so we're going to have to bring in our kicker. And this is why this is my favorite part right here. That little snap. I don't know if you can hear that. Let me see if I can do it. I love snapping the cards down. And that is the beauty of cards and dice, is having these cards in your hands. And I'm not trying to, I don't get any commission from APBA or anybody else, but I'm just telling you what I do enjoy. All right, so let's roll for the punter here. So they're punting from the 4th and 20 now. And Mike Connell rolls a 12. And what you do is you look at the card, and PA, he's the punter, and you're looking out of the K column. So, again, PAK. If he was the backup kicker, you look up the R column, okay? And if he's kicking off, you look at the P column. But PAK. So 12 in the K column is a 23. So we got a 23 on the punt from my own 20. And a 23 on the punt on my chart. It says 33 D10. Well, I already know that Ozzie Newsome is handling all my punting duties today. So I got 33 yards on the punt. So I click on punt, and you can't see this here. But I click on Mike O'Connell's name, and I go 33 yards. And now it's going to ask me for the punt return. So let's check the punt return, right? So go to my next chart. Ozzie Newsome. Ooh, a 22. All righty, so when he's returning punts, it's the P column. So a 22 is going to be a 17 on a punt return, and that'll be 23 yards on the punt return. So he gets it at the 47, and Ozzie Newsome on my kick returns here. Well, I'm going to have to press him into some duties here for kick returns. Ozzie Newsome, well, what did I say, 23 yards? So 22 is a 17, and, yep, 23 yards on the return. All right, so good field position. Look at this. Look at this. 1st and 10 on the San Francisco 30-yard line. So now I already have to go to my secondary chart here because Cleveland got a terrific return from Ozzie Newsome. And maybe that's why he's returning punts, right? And Ron likes the hat too. Yeah, got my Cardinals hat on tonight, right? Why not? All right, so what are we gonna do now? So we're gonna go. We're gonna go back to Pruitt, Greg Pruitt. So we're gonna go outside to Pruitt. What's my defense running here? They're running 16 AS. So Pruitt outside AS a 46 is 24 outside AS, and a 24 outside AS is going to be for a couple yards. Alrighty, so it's going to be Greg Pruitt, and I'll click on Greg Pruitt, and I'll give him 2 yards, and 30 seconds off the clock, and then we go 2nd and 8 on the 28. I'm going to bring in Mike Pruitt this time. I'm going to let him carry it, and we're going to go, he's a fullback. And so usually fullbacks go inside, but I'm going to send him outside again. So we're going to go outside to Greg Pruitt. And a 15 is AG. So they're playing for the run. And a 45 is not very good. It's going to be a 22 AG outside. And that'll be, it's going to be -2. So they're going to get to him. They're going to string out Mike Pruitt. Where's my Mike Pruitt? There he is, and he's going to go for -2. Oh, boy. So we're kind of backing out of field goal range here. -2, 30 seconds off the clock. So here we go. 11:05. I screwed up on something there, so I'll have to make up that 5 seconds. So we got a 3rd and 10 on the 30. I'm still out of field goal range. Who's my kicker here? Cockcroft? Oh, man, I don't know. I don't think he was a long kicker, that's for sure. So let's go, let me see what we're going to do here. We're going to have to go, let's go, we'll go medium pass from the 30. All right, so medium pass from the 30-yard line. And we're going to let's go look for Dave Logan. All righty. So we got a 3rd and 10, so they're playing deep. There's my defensive role. A 61 is going to be BD. And he's a B, so it's going to stay BD. So medium pass BD. Brian Sipe, 3rd and 10. 32 is 26 BD. And he's going to scramble. Woo. So he's going to scramble. So we got to go to my outside running play chart. Sipe on his horse. 64 is a 22 on the scramble. And a 22 BD. BD is -1. So I go to my run, and I call this a QB forced run. So Sife is going to, when I say lose a yard, on 64 is a 22. On 80, no, he's just going to be 0. All right, so now what do we do? So we got a 4th and 10 on the 30. It's going to be a 47-yard kick for Cockcroft. So I'm going to call up my field goal chart. And so I'm on the 30. And I need, so a 39 would be good. A 5 would be good. I'm looking at all the doubles right now. A 5 is good. A 33 is a 39 we said was good. A 22 is good, and an 11 is good. So all the doubles are good. What about some of the other ones here, like 19? 19 is no good in the first quarter. A 22 is no good. 21 is no good. Oh, boy. 10 is no good. 40 is no good. So I need to roll doubles here. Now the heck with it. Let's let him kick it, right? Let's let him kick it. So Cockcroft comes in, 47 yards. This is a long one in 78 as Gary stops by. This is a long kick for Cockcroft. We really need doubles here. But the other thing is, if I look at the chart, right, what's kind of neat about the chart is on some of these things here, it says I'm good from the 31, and I'm good from the 35. So I'm at the 30. So all these would be good. There's not one of these little extra things that would be no good because I'm too far away. So if it says no good, then I'm flat out no good. All righty. Now, here's my other thing here. So now, the holder here, I don't know who my holder is. So I'm looking at my chart here. Long snapper or center. So my holder is, so it's either the quarterback or the punter. So I think what I usually do is I usually have the punter. The punter will be the one holding for me. So the punter will be Johnny Evans. He'll be holding in case anything happens. So I think that's going to be my rule of thumb, is have the punter in there. Either that or I could have the backup quarterback, right? I don't know which one I would use. Most of the time it's the punter. Sometimes it is the backup quarterback, and that would be better for passes. So I'll have to figure that out. Hopefully I won't need it tonight, but I do have to come up with a rule for that. All righty, Cockcroft comes in. 47 yards. The kick is up. The kick is good. Holy cow, it just sneaks in. So the 35 gives me a 5. And a 5 says 31 good, and I'm on the 30. So this kick is good. Son of a gun. Don Cockcroft comes in and nails it from 47, and Cleveland is on the board. Hello, Cleveland. And they lead this one 3-0. So, yeah, Cockcroft comes through on the kick. And now on the kickoff. So, here's another one here. Phoenix Knight is watching. So, KA, that's your place kicking. A means he's the top guy, and I'm looking at the K column here, okay? On the kickoff, which is KO, so he's A, so he's the top kickoff guy, you go to the P column. So I know this is supposed to be run, pass, kick. What I've learned is it's 3 distinct columns for different things, and they can use them for different things. So in this case, the P is not really for pass. The P is for kickoffs, and it says it right on the card. So a 26 in the P column is a 4. So he gets a 4 on the kickoff, and that'll go 67 yards. And so the kickoff will go 2 yards into the end zone. So Cockcroft will kick this off, and he'll kick it 67 yards. And that's 2 yards deep. And it goes to 09, who is my kick returner is Williams. But today, LeCount is going to be my top kicker. Or should I say my top kick returner, because that's when I looked at who returned kicks, it was LeCount, and then Walker was my the second guy. So LeCount is going to be returning kicks. Now, even though here he says OC with a K, so OC means he's third in line because it's A, B, and C. But today, they're both OC. And just because I looked online to see who returned kicks, that's what I'm going with today. And I'm kind of doing that a little bit more. It's kind of incorporate the players who played in the game. So normally it would be Williams, this guy Williams, who's apparently didn't play. And so LeCount is going to get this ball here. So it's going to be looking off the K column. So LeCount on the kickoff return. Ooh, 22 is pretty good. So a 22 on the K columns here is a 15. And a 15 will be, oh my gosh. No way. 77 yards. LeCount, no way. Is that right? I think it's right? A 22. Oh, in the K column, sorry. In the K column, it's a 19. Whew, I was going to say, good thing I looked at it again. 27 yards. Whew, I was in the wrong column. Whew, that could have been deadly. 27 yards. That's still pretty good. So my kick returner is LeCount today. And why can't I find him? There he is. So he'll be my kick returner for 27 yards and 15 seconds off the clock. Actually, I'm going to make it 20 seconds, and there we go. All right, so 1st and 10 now. San Francisco with the ball trailing by 3 points here. And what we're going to do here is we're going to do a little swing pass over here, short pass to McAfee. So let me put that over here so I know we're going to try the short pass. The defense, 33 is pretty good. So they're going to be running CD. And we'll bump that up to a B. So it's going to be a BD. Short pass. So DeBerg, short pass looking for the tight end McAfee on a BD. And a 51 is a 9. Short pass BD, and that'll be good for 4 yards. Alrighty, so first completion here. So DeBerg for 4 yards to McAfee. And we got a 2nd and 6 now on the 29, so that wasn't too bad of a play. All right, let's get OJ back into this one now. All right, OJ Simpson's going to get the ball. 2nd and 6. A 16 here on my defense is going to be AS. OJ Simpson. 26 is a 24 AS. A 24 AS is for 2 yards. You see how fast this goes now that I'm getting better at the game? So we got a 2-yard run for OJ Simpson. 30 seconds off the clock. All right, 3rd and 4. I think I'm going back to Simpson. I'm going to keep it on the ground. I'm going to go outside to Simpson. So what's the D looking at here on 3rd and 4? 65. They're playing BS. They're playing BS. So they're playing a standard defense. BS for Simpson. And a 13 is a 20 BS. And a 20 BS is 4 yards. Now, okay, it's 4 yards. But again, we talked about the new rule I'm trying here, or the old rule that's been modified. So he gets to the first down marker, but we need to roll for it. So I'm looking, we got the +4, +1 for home, so I add 5 to the orange die. And nope, it's still going to be San Francisco. So OJ will get the first down. He will get 4 yards, and that's a first down. And I like the fact that this suggestion on Ogard's site allowed to fix the problem of just punishing the offense. So if they come up a yard short on the first down or the goal line, that has an opportunity to be good as well. So that's a really, really good way to do it. So O.J. Simpson will get the first down, and it's 1st and 10. So we're going to go to the fullback here. We're going to go to Greg Boykin now on 1st and 10. 62 for the defense, so they're playing AS on the run. And a 36 is 22 AS on the inside run. And we said that was 22 on the inside run, AS. And that'll be, he'll pick up 4 yards. All righty. So Boykin picks up 4 for San Francisco, and they're moving the ball now. They're up to the 39-yard line on 2nd and 6. And let's go short to LeCount. All right, let's go LeCount. LeCount. And let's see what we're going to get for defense here. 31 on the pass is going to be CS. And that's going to be, because he's an A, that'll be BS. So it's going to be BS, short pass to LeCount. DeBerg, 63. That's a 33 BS. And a 33 BS is, we got a fumble here. We have an F37. Let's see what happens here on this play on the F37. So let's go to my fumble chart. And a 63 is -2D5. So DeBerg is hit behind the line. And D5. So -2D5. So DeBerg is hit. The ball comes free. And now I get to use my return situation here. So -2. So back to pass. DeBerg is hit. The ball comes free. Cleveland recovers. And D5 is St. Clair. So let me first see if he's got a return. And St. Clair, it says FR0, so there's no return. However, I'm going to use my new way of doing it, which is the decider die, to see if he is going to try to return it. And he will not. So St. Clair falls on it, just like he did in real life. And I do like the fact that I'm going to try to return some things. Because don't you think that that's what defensive players do? Is they're not going to just, not try to return it. They get all excited when they see that ball. All righty, so that's a fumble. And there's the first turnover of the game. And so Cleveland now marching 1st and 10 on there again in San Francisco territory. Last time, remember, after the punt, they had it in San Francisco territory as well. So they are marching forward again. So it's going to be Cleveland ball. Hello, Cleveland. And, well, we're going to go back to Pruitt here. So we're going to go outside to Pruitt on the run. San Francisco defense back on the field. So they're running CS. And Pruitt, 12, a 29 CS is going to be, oh man, they were ready for that. -10. Oh man, wow, really? -10? Yep. So Greg Pruitt takes the pitch, got nowhere to go, tries the reverse direction, can't go anywhere, and he will take a 10-yard loss as the San Francisco defense smothers him, and it's 2nd and 20, back on the 47. I think, you know something? Just for kicks, we're going to try a long pass to Reggie Rucker. Alrighty. Greg was talking last night how it's mostly short passes and then mediums and then just occasionally a long pass. I'm going to try a long pass here. Let's see what I can connect with here with Reggie Rucker. All right, so we're going Reggie Rucker here. Now, they're going to play deep. We do know that. So a 52 is CD. He's an A, so it's a BD. So Sipe throwing against the teeth of the defense here. It's a long pass. BD. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Did I not? What is it about the long passes? A 66 is a 2, and a 2 long pass, BD, is a touchdown. Touchdown. 47 yards. Brian Sipe to Reggie Rucker. And you saw it here, folks. You saw it. I didn't cheat. And that's a touchdown. And Cleveland now leads this one 9-0. So they go long pass, and it comes up roses. It's coming up roses. Unbelievable. Sorry about this. Got my ginger ale here. I tend to roll 66s quite a bit on camera. Did you notice that? I need to get some dice that are like all sixes and just kind of roll them and see if anybody catches on that I'm rolling dices that are rigged. That'd be hilarious. All right, so here comes the extra point now. So here's the snap. I love that snap. Cockcroft comes in. He's kicked a 47-yarder. And now after the long bomb to Rucker, he's going to come in and try for the extra point. So I'm looking, the kick KA is the K column. So the K column here on the point after touchdown. Oh, a 44. That's got to be good. So a 5 is good. So the point after is good. And I will, I'm going to do a video on this helper again. An updated one, so you can see all the things behind the scenes I'm clicking on. All right, 10-0 Cleveland here, and Cockcroft will kick this off. And now I'm looking at the P column, and a 53 in the P column is a 7. So I have a 7 here on the kickoff, 62.09. So 62 yards on the kickoff. So Cockcroft will kick this off 62 yards. I just plug this in on the helper, and now it's down to the 3-yard line. In 09 on the kickoff, it's not Williams today. It's actually LeCount. So LeCount's going to get it here, and we're looking at the K column on the return. So LeCount on the K column, a 14 is 36, and oh no, it's going to be 9 with a penalty. So we got a 9 TK. So now I get to maybe try out the holding penalty rule that Ogard come up with as well. So 9 TK. So he's going to return this to the 12. Let's check the flag, though, before I do anything. Because the big thing about this helper is you can only go back one play. So the kickoff was one play. So if I were to put in any kind of return, now I'm stuck with the kickoff. All right, so 9 TK. Let's look at the flag. And a 42 on the K column here is a 7, and it's holding on the offense. So this is what I want to do now. So it's holding on the offense. So he returned it. He got it at the 3 and returned it to the 9. So I need to roll this, and it's a 5, so it's odd. So then I roll this, 6 yards. So he returned it, so the flag was thrown 6 yards from the 3, so on the 9. All righty. So on the 9-yard line, that's where the flag was thrown. So I need to, so I'm going to give him the return, and then we need to bring it back to the 5-yard line. So I don't know if this is exactly how it's supposed to be done. That's the other thing is that, so if he returned it and there was a hold, I bring it back, so I can't give him all that return yardage there. So I'll give him the 9 yards on the return. So it's going to be LeCount, right? And so LeCount will get him. Well, so I got to put it at the 4. So technically it's a 1 yard return. So I'm going to give him 5 yards on the return because, again, I'm not sure how this works. So that puts it on the 8, and I need to bring it back to the 5 for the holding, right? Because the holding took place at the 9, half the distance to the goal line. We'll mark it at the 5. So we're going to go penalty. And so if I'm on the 8, it's going to be a 3-yard penalty. And I'll show you how to do this as well. So use this on the kickoff so it doesn't affect down markers. And I will show you how to do this in another video. Maybe I'll do one later on tonight. We'll see. Alrighty, so I got 1st and 10 on the 5. Yep, that's where I want to be. So now I need to back up my play chart. Oh boy, so I'm inside my 10-yard line. I'm on the 5, so that's where I am. Alrighty, so we're going to go inside run. So San Francisco ball. We're going to go inside run to Boykin. I just want to get some breathing room here. All right, so 62. So they're going to be AS. And Boykin now, 35, is 17 AS inside. Holy cow. And he'll bust through for 10 yards. So he's going to get 10, but let's see if he gets the first down. All righty. And no, he won't because we're adding 5 to this dice. So he's going to get 9. And it's something I'm just kind of trying out here because now that I've made it fair for both teams, I feel better about this way of doing it. All righty. And can the football help you use it on a phone? Well, I don't think so because it is a program that you install. And you got to download the RAR file, the RAR file, and then set it up. So I don't think it can be used on the phone unless your phone can do all that stuff. And I'm not sure, what that does. All right, so we're on the 14. And so we're going to go to O.J. Simpson right now. All righty. So it's 2nd and 1. And the defense is, 66. So they're going to be playing CG here on the run. O.J.'s going to have a tough time here. And a 22, though, that should be good. 16 CG. And he's going to pick up 13 yards, the juice. Picks up 13 yards, and that's easily a first down out to the 27-yard line. All righty. And what's great about this helper is that I'm not making mistakes. You should have seen all the math mistakes I made. I don't know what I was thinking, but sometimes I would add one instead of subtract one, and sometimes I would just put it on the wrong yard marker or I'd screw up the time. It was something else. Now the helper does it, and it's fantastic. All right, so I got a first down. So let's try a medium pass to Solomon here, all right? I'm going to go medium pass to Solomon. So we're rolling 61, so they're going to play BS, and that'll stay BS. All right, DeBerg, medium pass to Solomon, BS. 55, he hits him. 6, medium pass, BS. And he's going to go for 25 yards, and that's a first down. So 25 yards to Freddie Solomon. And it's 1st and 10 on the 48. For DeBerg, he's 2 for 4 for 29 yards. Sipe 1 for 2 for 47. Again, that's the long pass that we just had. So we got a 1st and 10 on the 48. Of course, we got to go back to OJ here and let him have another go at it. So it's a 1st and 10 now in Cleveland territory. We're going BD, so they're playing pass, so this should be good. OJ, BD. A 21 is a 24 BD, and that will be good for. No. Really? 2 yards. He'll get 2. All right, OJ goes around the end, and he'll pick up 2. And so we got a 2nd and 10. Really? No. What happened? Right, let me do that again. No, I didn't click on the button there. Okay, that's why. All right. 2nd and 8. There we go. 2nd and 8. We're going to bring in Williams. We're going to give him a run, and we're going to send him up the middle. So inside run to Williams this time on 2nd and 8. 24. The defense is playing BS. Right? You can see it right there. BS. You can't really see it, but I'll tell you about it. Oh boy, now I'm losing my thing here. The rule is on an angle, so you can see the cards a little bit better. Hopefully that works out. Is that? No, now I'm all crooked. There we go. All right, BS. Williams, BS, inside. Ooh, 22. That's a 24 BS on the inside, and he will pick up, well, that's just 1. So, but that's better than nothing, right? So 1 for Williams. There he is. Again, I had to put this team in by hand, so I'm trying to find the guys because they're not in alphabetical order. I just kind of put them in. I was like, oh, yeah, I don't want to do that. Alphabetical order. It's like I would have been here all day trying to figure that out. Alrighty, so I got my helmets here. I almost forgot my helmets today, but I did find them. All right, so we got a 3rd and 7 at the 45. And we got a 3rd. So we need to go a short pass here. And let's go to LeCount here on a short pass. All right, so a 3rd and 7 and 34. So they are running, wow, BG. They're playing the run. And he's an A, so it's going to be AG. So this is looking really good here. So I said short pass to LeCount. Ooh, the 44 by DeBerg. That's going to be a 5. And we said it's going to be AG, right? 45 AG. 5 AG. And that'll be good for 19 yards. And that's a first down. So DeBerg hitting LeCount. For 19 yards, I said, right? 5. Yep, 19 yards. And that's a first down. Come on. There we go, 19 yards. And it's 1st and 10 on the 26. So San Francisco moving in, and now I have to move inside the 30-yard line charts. And here we go. We're going to go back inside to Boykin before we run OJ again. So Boykin's going to go inside. The defense here is 42. And so CS, Boykin, against the CS defense at 23 is 29 CS. And that'll be -2. So Boykin goes up the middle, and he can't get anywhere. And so now it's going to be a 2nd and 12, and now we're going to run OJ outside. 55 on the defense is BG. Tough sledding here for OJ. Going against the BGs. And 40-31 BG. Meow. And, we got 3 and a flag. So let's go check the flag here on 2nd and 12. And the 34-10 is illegal motion offense. So we're going to go to the penalty here, and that'll be 34E is 5 yards. So 5 yards on the illegal motion. Where's illegal motion? And illegal motion. And 15 seconds will come off the clock. And there we go. So now we got it back on the 33. So I got to go change my chart here. So it's a 2nd and 17. So we're in a throwing situation. So we're going to go short pass to, we'll go back to McCaffrey here on a short pass. All right, so 2nd and 17. We're playing deep. Ooh, CD. It's going to be tough sledding here. DeBerg looking under for McCaffrey with all kinds of pass coverage. No, he's going to find him, though. The 22. That's a short CD. Now it's going to be a BD because he's got the B. 22, short BD, and we said 22 is a 4 4 short BD. And that's going to be good for 12 yards. It says first down plus 7, but from what Jeff said, it's 12 yards max on the first down. So it's going to be 19 yards. That's still good enough for a first down. All righty, so McAfee. Where's McAfee? There he is. There's McAfee, and we said that was 12 and 7, 19 yards, I think is what I said. And that'll be a first down. All right, 1st and 10 on the 14 as Keith comes by. Yeah, we're rolling the bones. And a lot of doubles here today. 10-0 Cleveland, though. But now DeBerg's coming back now. DeBerg is 4 for 6 for 67 yards. 66%. So he's hitting 2/3 of his passes. We need to go, so we're on the 14 now. So we need to go the other way. So now we're between the 10 and the 30 of the defense. So we're going to go OJ outside, right? That's what we're going to do. We got OJ. We're going to run him. 25 is AG. OJ. 52 is a 28 AG. And a 28 AG is -3. Oh, they were waiting for him. They were waiting for OJ on this one, and they're going to knock him back for a 3-yard loss, and the Juice is not happy about that. So we got 2 minutes to play in the first quarter, and so far, everything I've tried has worked out pretty well. The whole fumble thing and rolling the dice, and for the close plays, I haven't really tried too much else yet, but so far I'm liking what I got going on here. So it's a 2nd and 13, and what are we going to do here? We're on the 17. We need to get some yards here. We're going to go inside the Boykin because I'm trying to stay in field goal range. So we're going to go inside the Boykin. So they're going to play, you know something? This is the other thing I wanted to try. When I call draws and screens, instead of being in the automatic setup, I'm going to roll my decider die. So right now they would be automatically deep. And if I call the draw, I'd be gaming myself. So if I call a draw a screen pass and they're stuck in a deep situation, I'm going to roll my decider die to see if I stay deep or if I'm going to revert to whatever I roll on the card. So I'm going to try that right now. All right, so if it comes up, decider die, they'll play deep. If not, then I'm going to roll on the die here. All right, so they're not. So whatever my card said is the defense that they're going to run on this play, on this draw play. So I'm going to go to a draw play to Boykin. All right, so defense, 26 is going to be running BS. So they're going to be BS. So they're not going to play deep, so it's going to be BS. So Boykin on the draw play here, a 53 is a 19 BS on the draw. And he will pick up absolutely nothing. So the run to Boykin for absolutely nothing. So they're waiting for that draw. So I like how I'm going to do that too. Because if you know they're playing deep, then you can game them with the draw and a screen pass all day long. So I think I'm going to roll that die and then see if I'm going to keep them deep or if I'm going to have them play off of here. Little things that I've been doing just to kind of make it a little bit more fun and realistic, and so I have something to play against instead of knowing what the defense is going to be at all times. All right, so we're going to have to go probably a short pass here, right, from the 17. Well, probably medium pass. So we're going to go medium pass to Solomon. All righty, so Solomon in, couple receivers in the game, so medium pass to Solomon. Ooh, 33. They're looking good. That's a CD, and it'll be a BD. So DeBerg, back to pass. A 16 is a 20 BD on the medium pass. And a 20 BD is incomplete. Knocked away as DeBerg went for Solomon. And he knocked it away. So now we need to check the field goal of Ray Wershing, right? There's the snap. Like the snap. Oh, I bet my card. So Wershing comes in from the 17. That should be a makeable field goal. I shouldn't even have to look at that. All right, Wershing comes in to try the field goal from, 33 yards? To get San Francisco on the board. So I'm looking at the K column. And a 64 is a 19. And a 19 is good. So Worshing knocks that through. And San Francisco's on the board. It is 10-3. And Washington will kick this off. Now from the P column, 42 is a 2. 66.09. So it's going to hit that 66 yards in the air. And so Worshing will kick that 66 yards. And so now it's -1. Yep. And on the return for Cleveland, it's going to be Collins. So Collins is going to get the return. So let's see what Larry Collins can do. And a 26 on the K column, right? Because it's Collins today. Collins and Sullivan is a 20. So a 20 on the return is 16 yards. So what does that bring us? Oh, that's not very good. So Collins on the return for 16 yards. And so now they got it on the 15. And Malberts says, great show last night. Yeah, that was a good one. Those guys were fantastic. I learned a lot about the game, a lot about the history of the game, what's going on with the game, clarified some things about the cards that I didn't know. And so it's just fun to be able to have them on. Hopefully that was entertaining and informing for you. All right, Cleo Miller going up the middle here on an inside run. And I'm on the right chart. I got a 52, says CD. So they're looking deep on this one. So Miller could sneak in here with some yards. So we're looking CD. And a 54. Oh, 35. CD is not going to be good. That's going to be 1 yard. And we got a flag. All right, let's check the flag. And 64 on the E columns, 18. We got offside defense. We will take that. All righty, so we're just going to go to our penalty here, and 5 yards. It'll be on San Francisco, and that will be offside. And 15 seconds will come off the clock, and it's 1st and 5. Yep, 1st and 5 from the 20. All right. What do we want to do here on 1st and 5? How about we look for Ozzie Newsome on a short pass? That's what we're going to do. All right, so they are playing CD. He's an A, so that'll be a BD. All right, so Sipe, back to pass, looking for Ozzie Newsome. 55, BD. Right? No, AD. So my defense was BD. He's going to make that AD. So 55 AD, a 6 AD, that'll be 11 yards. And that's a first down. Ozzie Newsome brought 11 yards. And that's the end of the first quarter. So we go to quarter number 2. And Browns lead this one 10-3. And I think that's where now I'll go for a little bit more. Again, just kind of hanging out tonight. This is more of a test than anything, but it is kind of counting. It all counts. But it doesn't count as an APBA broadcast. All right, this is a test broadcast with some new rules. All right, so we have it 1st and 10 on the 31. I'm going to go back to Pruitt. Let's see what we're doing here on the ground. 23, BD. So they're playing pass. 24 is a 22, BD. 24 is a 22, BD. And, absolutely nothing, though. Wow. They were playing deep, but somebody made a play. And absolutely nothing for Greg Pruitt. So we got a 2nd and 10. We're going to bring in the other halfback, Sullivan, and we're going to give him an outside run. All righty, so 41 now, AS. So Sullivan, AS. Ooh, 55. That's a 21 AS. And that'll be good for 3. Not bad, kind of the backup guy here. So Sullivan, Tom Sullivan. I don't have a Tom Sullivan. Oh my gosh, really? There's no Tom Sullivan on the list here. Is he a receiver? Nope. Wow. I got a Jerry Sullivan as a tackle here. Well, we're gonna have to give it to somebody else. Right, we're gonna give it to somebody else for Yeah, he's not even on the team. I got a Calvin Hill. Can I put him in? Why wouldn't I have a Tom Sullivan on the list? Oh, we're gonna put Calvin Hill's in. All right, so we got to find out why Tom Sullivan. Oh, maybe he's on another team. That might be it. It's quite possible he's on another team. No, he played in the game. Cleveland played 4 games for Cleveland. Do I have him on my list? Okay, but he's just not on the team here in the pro helper. That's what it is. So he's not in the helper. So he's not on the yeah, I guess I'm going to have to add him to the team here at some point. So he's not playing today, folks, because I can't find him. Yeah, he's not on the list. He only played 4 games, so maybe they didn't put him in here. So we're going to have to go to Calvin Hill's going to play today. So he's going to be the man. Calvin Hill will be in today as we make a change here on the fly. So a 55 is a, oh boy, that's going to be a 16. So let me cancel that. So it's a 16 going up against AS. So a 16. And, oh, wow, he's going to pick up 15 yards. So that's better off having him in. So Calvin Hill will go for 16 yards at the first down. Well, that was weird. So Calvin Hill will be in the game, and he'll go for 16 yards. So I need to add him, right? So I'm going to add Tom Sullivan to that list at some point, even though he only played 4 games. And this is one of them, though. All right, so let's go back inside to Miller. Let's see if he can get anything going here. So Miller going up against BS. And a 15 BS is 16 inside BS. And, ooh, what's good for 6? So Cleo Miller will go for 6. Up the middle. Finding a hole. Alrighty. 2nd and 4 on the 47. Let's go back to Ozzie Newsome with a short pass. Right? Short pass for Ozzie Newsome. He's playing against BG, and then it'll be an AG. So this is a good chance for them to get some yards here. Brian Sipe, AG, 46, 18, AG. And he'll connect, but for no gain. So Sipe will find Newsome right at the line of scrimmage, and they will wrap him up. And so now we got a 3rd and 4. And we're going to go on the ground to Pruitt. We're going to see if we can get it done on the ground. Alrighty, Sipe. And 52 is the defense, CD. So he's going to be running CD here. So Pruitt takes the handoff on 3rd and 4. 52 is 32. And we said CD, 32 CD. And he'll get 2 yards. And is a J. I'm not playing injuries right now. I'll learn that later. So he will get 2 of the 4 that we needed. And we're going to be short. And John comes by. Hi, John. Yeah, I'm just kind of playing around with some rules and some setups here tonight. I'll probably sign off shortly here. I'm supposed to play hockey tonight. I think I need rotator cuff surgery, and I was in too much pain to play. So I was like, I'll play some APBA tonight. Sometimes that doesn't bother me. 4th and 2 on the 45, and I think we're going to have to punt this away. It's too early in the game to take chances. All righty, so Johnny Evans comes in for the punt. From the K column is going to be a 25 for Johnny Evans. So a 25 on my punt from their half of the field. So I said a 25, right? And 26, right? I just want to make sure I did that right. 63 is a 25. 26 to Freddie Solomon. All right, so 26 to Freddie Solomon. So here comes the punt from Johnny Evans, and we said 26 yards. So it goes to the 19-yard line. Not a very good kick at all. And Solomon now on the return. 14K is a 36 on the punt return. And a 36 is, he gets 5 yards, and we got a penalty. So let's check the flag. TQ. So the Q column here. 64. I don't done the Q column before. Illegal block on the offense. So let's see now. So the ball was on the 19. He returns at 5. And so it's at the end of the run. So we're going to give him the 5. I think that's how we do this here. So Solomon on the return for 5. But now we back that up 10 for the penalty. And it's on the kickoff. And so it was a holding, we said, right? 24Q. Yeah, we're going to call that a hold. Right, 24Q. Illegal block. Illegal batting, illegal forward pass, illegal shift, illegal substitution, illegal downfield. There's no illegal block. We'll call it block in the back. That's close enough. Alrighty. So we're going to back it up to the 14, and that's where San Francisco will take over now. 1st and 10 on the 14. Trying to remember all these different rules that I'm adding to the game here. They've been fun, but it's just a lot to remember. I might need a little cheat sheet there. Because I know once I start playing, I'll forget all this stuff. All right, so we're on the 14, so I need to back this up to my other chart here after the holding there. All right, well, we're going OJ. We're gonna burn him out. 42 is going to be CS. So OJ against CS. 16 is a 25 CS, and a 25 CS is absolutely nothing. So OJ hits the line, can't get anything going. And let's check the stats here. So for OJ, 7 carries for 18 yards, a long of 13. So OJ Simpson, 7 carries for 18 yards. Does it have an average of 2.6? So OJ having a tough game here. Let's go. We'll have the other halfback come in, Hofer. We're going to give him a carry. So Hofer's going to get a carry. And let's see what defense we're up against. A 31 is CS. So Hofer is going to get a carry against CS. It's going to be a 34, boy. 34. Oh, no, 33. Oh, look at that. 15 CS. That should be pretty good. And that's good for 22 yards, and he goes out of bounds. So Hofer, 22 yards, goes out of bounds. Only 15 seconds will come off the clock. So, yeah, so there we go. So now we're out to the 36, and I can go back to my main chart, and it's a first down. All righty, so we're going to go to Williams up the middle. We're going to give him a carry. So a 23, so we're playing CD. And Williams, a 34, 35 CD, really. 1 yard and another penalty here. So let's go to the flag. 66 is unnecessary roughness on the defense. So we're going to give Williams the 1 yard run. Right? And then we're going to tack on 15 yards. Oh, boy. So 15 yards on the defense. Unnecessary roughness. And that's going to put the ball now on the 48. So San Francisco trailing 10-3, taking advantage of some undisciplined play by the Cleveland defense. So is this setup still looking good, by the way? I'm trying to get the cards in the best I can. Maybe I can slide this up a little bit so you can see more of OJ. Trying to make sure I get everybody in here that I can show you. You're not really reading the numbers that well. There's no way to do that, but I'm kind of hoping that everything else looks okay. Alrighty, so we have a 1st and 10 on the 48. We're going to go back outside to OJ. 52 is CD. This is a good chance here. OJ with a 22. A 16, CD, and that's going to be good for 12 yards, his best carry of the day. And OJ will pick up 12 yards, and that's a first down. All the way to the 36-yard line. So now we have to go. No, not yet. We're not to the 31 yet. Not yet. All right. So now what do we want to do? Why don't we try a medium pass here? Who's my guys here? LeCount. Let's go a medium pass to LeCount. We get a 1st and 10. Let's air it out on a medium pass. Alrighty. Here we go. Medium pass. A 16. AS. Alrighty. This looks good. DeBerg. 34 is a 35. And we said it was AS. 35 AS. And he's going to get 9 yards and a flag. So I don't know if he got the first down or not. Let's find out if he did. All right, so because he's a yard short. So let's see if he got the first down first. So we're adding 4 plus 1 to Cleveland. And no, so he got the first down. So we're going to give him 10 yards, but let's check the flag. All right, on the H column. 54 is a 13, and that's illegal use of the hands offense, so it ain't going to matter. So 10 yards against the offense, and illegal use of the hands. We're going to go hands to the face, right? Hands to the face. Illegal contact, hands to the face, legal use of hands. Okay, we're just going to go that. All right, and so it's going to be 10 yards back, so it's going to be a 1st and 20 now at the 46. Oh, that was not a good play at all. I'm going to go, how am I spreading this out here? I could give another one to, well, OJ's got 8 carries to 4 for Boykin. I could go back to OJ again. You know, I'm keeping an eye on that. But my runs are 15-7 for his passes, so I'm doing pretty good with that too. I'm trying not to overuse my passing in this game because it is 78, and this is what the helper does, is it shows all that stuff there. All right, so we're going to go outside to OJ. And 64, they're playing CS. C in standard. 61 is a 22 CS. And they're going to push him out of bounds for no gain. So OG, again, struggling to get some yards here. And so it's going to be a 2nd and 20. We're going to go medium pass to Solomon this time. All right, so they're playing deep on the medium pass, so that we know. So we have a 42. That's going to be CD, but it's going to be a BD because Solomon's a B. So BD. And 14 is 35 BD. And that's incomplete, and we have a flag on the play. So the pass is incomplete. Let's check the flag. A 56 is a 7, and that's holding on the offense. I think we're going to decline that. Let the pass go incomplete and take it 3rd and 20. So the pass to Solomon is incomplete. We'll pick up the flag, and it's going to be 3rd and 20 here. And I tell you, like we talked about last night, it just feels like football. It really does. It's just this game just feels so much like football. It's not even funny. And it's just very enjoyable. And again, not that other games that I've played are not enjoyable, are not feeling football, but this one just does. And the idea of the chart just makes it easier to play. It's so easy to play. And it's just kind of been the perfect game for me right now. Although I will be switching to something else after my final game. I get 2 more games to play in week 1, and then we'll go to something else. But I want to keep this one going kind of in the background, too. It's been kind of fun. All right, so I got 3rd and 20. So we're going to go medium pass to LeCount. Let's go back to LeCount. All righty. Let's check to see what I've done here. So, yeah, so 2 to McCaffrey, 1 to Solomon, and 1 to LeCount. That doesn't include my, it does not include the quick box score. Does it say how many attempts? Targeted receivers. Oh, perfect. This has targeted receivers. So LeCount 2, Solomon 4. Okay, so I'm not overusing anybody. That's really good. I'll do a video on this tomorrow, all the behind-the-scenes stuff, so you can see what's going on. Alrighty. And it's making you excited to get your game. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. I used to do that, too. I'd watch people play. It's like, I can't wait for my game. Again, if you got any questions, let me know. But it's right out of the box. It's just get your lineups, and then start rolling your dice. I do recommend doing something like I did with these here is find out the 2 teams you want to play and make something like this. Alrighty, so you know who your kickers and your returners are, and your punters and your punt returners, and then your starting lineups. At least get that so you have your total numbers here to work with for defense. Once you get that, and you don't have to do everybody, just pick a couple of teams. I think that just makes it so much easier because then you know what the defensive numbers are. You know who's playing where. It just makes it easier. That's what I think. But again, you'll figure out your own way, and it'll be super, super fun. I think. I find this game to be super fun. So where am I now? Where am I? I'm at 3rd and 20. Oh, we said we're going to go medium pass to LeCount, right? That's what we're going to do. Medium pass to LeCount on 3rd and 20 from the Cleveland 46. And they're going to be playing deep, and a 53 is CD. He's an A, so it's a BD. So BD, DeBerg, 56, that ain't going to work. 20 BD, and that's going to be, oh boy, oh no, that's going to be intercepted. Yep, the BD-20 is intercepted, so it's a W65. So DeBerg fires it to LeCount. That is picked off. So now we need to go to our W65 chart. And a 26 is 15D7. So this goes 15 yards, and it's picked off by Irons, the linebacker. Alrighty. So the pass from DeBerg to LeCount goes 15 yards, and it's intercepted. And now Irons, let's check his card. So we do have to check the defensive card here. Here's Irons. Oh, he does have a return. Nice. So I don't have to roll the die here. He does get an automatic return. So Gerald Irons on the interception. And a 53 is a 25. And absolutely nothing on the return. But still, he stepped in front of the pass and picked it off. And Gerald Irons will pick it off, and that will end the drive. So, Cleveland ball now on their own 31-yard line after the interception. And so we're gonna go Mike Pruitt, the fullback. We're gonna go up the middle, inside run, and a 65 is a AS. So Pruitt inside AS, a 53 is a 19, and that is good for 2 yards. So it's Mike Pruitt on this one for 2 yards, and we got 2nd and 8. I think what we're gonna do is I think we're gonna do a short pass to Greg Pruitt, right? Let's do a short pass to Greg Pruitt. Alrighty, so on 2nd and 8, a 35, they're playing CS. He's an A on the short pass. It's going to be a BS. So we got Sipe, BS. Oh, my gosh, BS. That's a 2, BS. And that is good for 42 yards. Pruitt takes the dump pass, and Sipe to Greg Pruitt. I should have gone medium, would have been a touchdown. 42 yards. And it's down to the 25-yard line of San Francisco. How about that? 66s. I love the 66s. They keep coming up tonight. And was it Greg last night was saying somehow the better players always get 66s? Yep, they do. If you consider Sipe a better player, if you do. Alrighty, so now we got a 1st and 10 on the 25. Pruitt's going to come out. Calvin Hill's going to come in. We're going to give him another carry here. And we'll send him to the outside. Alrighty, so we got a 53 on the defense, so it's going to be BS. Calvin Hill, a 42-18 BS on the outside, is good for, he's doing okay for us today. 3 yards. Alrighty. So, again, Calvin Hill's kind of pressed into duty after I couldn't find the other guy. He's probably on, no, he's not on another team. He just didn't play enough games to get into the helper, I guess. So I can add him now that I know how to do that. And hopefully I won't screw up everything, but we'll see if I can add him and not wreck the game. Alrighty, so 2nd and 7 from the 22. And we're going to go quick pass to Logan, short pass to Logan. So we're on the 22 of the other guys. So we need to go here on the short pass, right? Between the 10 and the 30, short pass. All right, so a short pass to Dave Logan. And they are playing for defense at 24. They're playing BS. Sipe to Logan, 23 to 29. And we said 24 was BS, so it's AS. 24. No, I lost my little thing here again. Sorry about that. And Sipe, and we said 23 is 29 AS. Oh, no, 29 AS. And he's going to be sacked for 8 yards. So we hit the quarterback sack button. He is sacked for 8 yards. And we're going to give it to, well, let's look at our sack things here, right? So Hardman's a 7. So, yeah. So I'm going to use my new ratings here. And this is something I could probably do too. Let's look at the ratings. So we're going to give it to the top guy, so Hardman. Right? So we're going to give it to Hardman here. Cedric Hardman on the sack. I kind of like that. The Q ratings here, who's got the most sacks on the defense. And so he has a 7, so we'll give it to him. I could get crazy and try to, come up with a whole different, situation on that, but we'll do it that way. Do I keep my own thing for time? Yeah. This is what I do for time. It's fairly simple, and it's kind of what APBA suggests to do. Is there's 30 plays in a quarter, and anything that's a run or a pass is typically 1 play. A penalty, an incomplete pass, a score, a punt, a kick, and anything out of bounds is a half a play, which is 15 seconds. So what I do, as you can see on the time on my clock here, is, I just count down from 15 minutes, and I either subtract 30 seconds or I subtract 15 seconds. And then I know exactly where I am. So you can go play by play and half plays, or you can count it down from 15 and just subtract the 30 seconds to see where you are. That's what I like to do. So we are sacked for 8 yards, and it's a 3rd and 15 on the 30. So what is Sipe going to do this time? I'm going to try, I was thinking about a draw, but I would have to get something really good. Yeah, I need to be in deep coverage, and I would need that runner to get a 1 to 5 to make that worth my time. I might try it. I'm going to try a draw. So let's see if they're... All right, so we're going to try a draw to Pruitt. 31. So they're running CS. Let me see if they're going to be playing defense or not. They are playing deep. They are playing deep. Okay. So it's CD. What did I say that was? 31. CD. They're playing CD on the draw. All right, Pruitt takes the draw. 23 is a 33, and we said it was CD. 33 CD. Is that right? Oh, no, that's not good at all. 33 CD, and it's a fumble. It's a fumble. Pruitt is hit, and the ball comes free. Oh, man. And a 46 is hit behind the line, and the quarterback, Sipe, jumps on it. And let's see if Sipe tries to run it back. Yes, he will try to return it. So it's -8, and Sipe picks it up. What a break. So Pruitt is hit. I said, was that 46? 8. 29. Oh, wait a second. Yeah. 5 yards behind the line, and he fumbles and is picked up by the Browns. And it's going to be Sipe who picks it up. And I did roll the dice. He is going to try to run it. Again, Dave's way, Dave's rules, Dave's rate, Dave has fun. And a 32 for Sipe is a 32 on a return, and he'll get 1 yard. Alrighty, so he'll return it for 1 yard. So he'll basically jump on it and fall forward. So now it's a 4th and 19 on the 34. I think that really takes him out of field goal range now. If I look at my field goals here and I bring in Don Cockcroft from the 34, holy cow. I mean, 36 is no good. 21 is no good. 5 is even no good. So we're going to punt it. It's just, he got lucky the last time, but we're going to punt it away. All right, so Johnny Evans will come in to punt this one from the 34. He's just going to try to pooch punt it in. So from the defensive side of the ball, Evans, a 22 is a 4, and he will drop that out of bounds at the 3-yard line. What a kick by Johnny Evans. A little pooch punt of 31 yards, and it goes out of bounds. So 31 yards, and it goes out of bounds. And so with 7 minutes to go in the half, 49ers are pinned back inside their own 5-yard line. So what are we going to do here? We are really, really pinned back. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to fake the handoff to OJ and try to pass to him on a short pass. All right, we're going to try to fool everyone, right? Let's see if we can fool everyone on this play. All right, so we're going to go short pass. So what are they playing for defense? 54 says BG. Oh, this might work. So OJ's a B, so it's a BG. All right, so they're looking run. Short pass. DeBerg fakes a handoff to Simpson. He's going to flip this one to him. A 43 is a 31 BG. All right, 31 BG. And that's going to be incomplete, but we got a flag. Incomplete and a flag. Let's check the flag. And a 65H is 21. Pass interference offense. I think they're only going to gain a yard on that. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to decline that penalty. And so it's going to be 2nd and 10. So the pass from DeBerg to O.J. Simpson is incomplete. 15 seconds off the clock. And that is that. All righty. 2nd and 10 from the 3. We're going to go inside to Boykin here, see if we can get some room. Alrighty, so the defense on the run, 54, is BD. Boykin, BD, 54, 35, oh boy, 35 BD. And 2 yards and a flag. So another flag here. Let's see who the flag's on. 51 is 18. Offside defense. So that'll give them a little bit of room. So we'll take the 2 yards off the board here, and we're going to go 5 yards on the defense. And, yeah, we'll take that. All righty, so now it's going to be a 2nd and 5 from the 8, a little bit more room. So now we can go outside to OJ from the 8-yard line. And 2nd and 5. Ooh, they're playing CG. Oh, they're ready for this. OJ, tough sledding, 26, 24, CG, and absolutely nothing. They meet him head on, and OJ didn't have a chance on that one. 3rd and 5 at the 8. We're going to go short pass to our tight end, McAfee. All righty, so here we go. 3rd and 5. 66. Oh, boy, they're playing CD, and that's going to be BD. Short pass to Berg. BD. 13, 15. BD. And a 15 BD is going to be incomplete. And they will have to kick it away. So DeBerg to McAfee. And that's incomplete. Alrighty, 4th and 5 from the 8. And incoming to kick is Mike Connell for San Francisco. 10-3 our score. If we take a look at our quick box score here, a 47-yard kick by Cockcroft made it 3-0. Then Sipe, 47 yards to Reggie Rucker, made it 10-0. And Wershing countered with a 34-yard field goal, and that's where we stand. It is 4th and 5 on the own 8-yard line, and we're going to rush him. We're going to rush him. All right, so let me get my rush instructions out here. So we're going to rush the punter, and I don't know how to do it, so I have to have my instructions here, but it's part of the master game, and once in a while I do it. All right, so we're going to rush the kicker, and then I just kind of look at this little chart over here and see what I get. All right, so Mike Connell back to punt it away, and a 36 is a 12. So I look over here. If the number is 6, 12, 15, or whatever, use it as it stands. But it's an automatic fair catch, although I do check for the fumble. All right, so he gets the kick away on the 12, so nothing happens. So a 12 is 35 yards, and it's a fair catch anyway. So I'm going to check for the muff, but it's going to be a 35-yard punt. And let me check for the muff. So Mike Connell's going to hit it 35 yards. And now let me check to see if I fumble. Well, actually, no, I don't have to here. I'm going to go 35 yards. And we said it was going to be 36 is 12. And a 12 is 35 to D11. And D11 is Cleveland. Oh, it's going to be Newsome anyway. So we need to see if Newsome fumbles the ball. This is kind of what we're looking at right here. He can't return it because we went after the kicker. And so Newsome on the P column here. Oh, a 22. That would have been a good return. Too bad. And a 17 on the return is, oh, man, that would have been 23 yards, but we can't return it because we rushed the kicker. So he doesn't muff it, so it's just going to be a fair catch. So Ozzie Newsome will make the fair catch. That's too bad. We would have had really good field position, but I went after it. I went after the kick. I rolled the dice, and I didn't come up with it. So we got it to 43 right now. So still good field position. 5.5 to go for Cleveland here in the third quarter. All right, so we're going to go inside to Miller. All right, what's the defense rolling here? 66 on the defense, and they're going BG. And, a 66 the other way, though. So a 15 BG, and it's good against good. So that'll be 10 yards. So, no, I'm sorry. 16 yards. I'm looking at the wrong column. That's all right. 16 yards. So Miller time comes in and gets 16 yards on the play. And that'll be a first down to the 27. And now I got to switch my charts here. And I'm going to go short pass to Reggie Rucker. That's what I'm doing. Short pass to Reggie Rucker. And so 41. So they're playing AS. Short pass to Rucker. 64 is a 9. 9 AS. And that's going to be good for 8 yards, and he goes out of bounds. So a pass from Sipe to Rucker for 8 yards, and he goes out of bounds. All righty, so we got a 2nd and 2 on the 19-yard line. And I think we're going to go inside to Pruitt. We're going to have him see if we can crash it up the middle here from the 19. Usually I don't go inside with him, but we're going inside. And a 62 is AS, and Pruitt, 24, 22, AS, going up the middle, and he'll get 2. No, he'll get 1. He'll get 1, but we still see if it's a first down because we're within 1. Remember, this is the new thing we're trying out here. All righty. So we're subtracting 4, and we're adding 1. So this is going to be 1 yard, possibly 2. So subtracting 4 from the red and adding 1 to the orange. And it won't matter. He's going to be stuffed, so he's going to get the 1 yard. So Pruitt will get 1 yard. And that's Greg. All righty. And so now we have a 3rd and 1. And the thing about this, too, is even if I get 0 yards here, I still have to check because I'm within 1 yard. That's kind of the give and take of this new rule here that we're using. Cleo Miller up the middle, trying to get the first down. So the defense here, 3rd and 1, 55, AG, Miller, the handoff, hits the line, 26, AG, and that's going to be, well, it says 0, but we got to roll. So he's close to the first down, and we got to roll again. As John says, go Browns, and D. Scott Howard comes by. So again, on my roll, the defensive cards come into play. So I subtract 4 from San Francisco because their defense is -4. And again, as I normally do, I will add 1 to the home team die. So we're going to add 1 to orange, subtract 4 from red, and let's see if he gets the first down. So Miller plows up the middle. Here comes the measurement, and we subtract 4 and we add 1. So that's going to be a 1 versus a 4. So yes, he will get the first down. That's a first down. All righty, so let's give him that first down. So he'll get that 1 yard. And Cleo Miller will keep the clock moving here. The Browns driving here. Now they're on the 17-yard line. Mike Pruitt, the fullback's going to come in, and he's going to run it up the middle. 21 is BS. Pruitt, BS. 52. That's a 29 BS. And he's going to be hit behind the line, and he's going to lose 3 yards. So Mike Pruitt comes in, not having a great day, and he's going to lose, what did I say? 52 is 29. And he's going to lose 3 yards. Oh, boy, that's not good. All righty. So Mike Pruitt is 3 carries for -3 yards in this game. And Greg Pruitt, 7 for -7. Calvin Hill's having the best day, 19 yards, and Cleo Miller's got 25 yards. So we might need to go back to Miller here on 2nd and 13, and we will. We'll go Miller inside, back on the 20-yard line. And they're going to play deep, so it's a 34. So they're playing AD. All right, Miller up the middle here, 25 AD, and absolutely nothing. So nothing for this time from Miller. And it's going to be 3rd and 13 from the 20. Oh, man. We're going to go medium pass to our tight end, Ozzie Newsome. All right, so they're going to play deep. We know that. And so what are we going to get here? A 22. Oh, boy. They're playing. That's AD. That's not too bad. AD for Newsome. Sipe on 3rd and 13. Sipe a 15. Ooh, that's going to be a 7, right? And a 7 AD on the short pass. And a 7 AD says 4 yards. I think I said medium. Did I say? I think it would have to be medium. Short pass wouldn't get me the first down. So we're going to go medium 7 AD, right? 15 is a 7. 7 AD medium. And that's going to be 16 yards on the AD. So 16 yards from Sipe to Newsome. And that's a first down. And it's going to be 1st and goal from the 4. So now I need to go to this chart here. I'm pretty sure I said medium. I wouldn't have gone short on 3rd and 13. All righty. So, we got 1st and goal. And this is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. So we're going to go Miller. He's been our money man inside. 44 defense is going AG. And 61 for Miller is 22 AG. And that will be absolutely nothing. And that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. So Miller hits the line, absolutely nothing. And we're at the 2-minute warning here in Cleveland. 10-3 Browns. It's been a nail biter, as you know. All right, we're going to try Greg Pruitt again. We're on the 4. We need to. He's got to get going here. Greg Pruitt has got to get going here for the Brownies. He's got absolutely nothing happening today. So the defense, 43. And that's a BD. Now, inside the 5, I don't play deep. The highest I go is S. So it's going to be BS. And this is another thing that I do with the automatic play calling. You got to be realistic. So BS. Pruitt, BS. 21 is a 24. BS outside. A 24 says absolutely nothing. So Greg Pruitt can't get it going here. And it's 3rd and goal from the 4. I'm going to go short pass to Newsome. Right? Ozzie's my man. So we're going to go short pass to Ozzie Newsome. So here we are. No, hang on a sec. No, that was the wrong. No, that was the wrong chart. Hang on. Let me back up. I was on the wrong chart. So a 21 was a 24 AS, right? 43. BS, 20 BS. No, it's the same. We'll keep that at a 0. That's fine. All righty, so I'm going to go short pass. Ozzie Newsome now. 3rd and 4. A 13. So they're playing BS. That's going to be AS. All righty, Sipe, 3rd and goal. AS. 13. That's a 14 AS on a short pass. And that'll be good. Oh, for 4 yards. But let's see if he gets in. All righty, so he gets to the goal line. Let's see if he gets in. And that's a touchdown. Yeah, because we subtract 4, we add 1. And he goes in for the score. So the pass from Sipe to Ozzie Newsome for 4 yards. And that's a touchdown. And it's 16-3. And in comes Cockcroft for the extra point. And a 22. Oh, that's got to be good. Yep, good. Love the doubles. And the point by Cockcroft is good. All righty. So now Cockcroft will kick it off here with 1:15 to go. Ooh, a 44. And that's a 39 on the kickoff, and that will be 69 yards, and that's 4 yards deep. They're going to take the touchback. And we're not going to even mess around with that. All right, so Cockcroft comes in for the kickoff. I'll put in about 88 yards, and that'll give me an automatic touchback. All right, so San Francisco now trailing 17-3. And what are they gonna do? We'll go outside to OJ. Let's just see what we can do here. And a 53 on the defense is CS and OJ 26, 24, and we said CS, right? 24, 43 CD. Oh, 24 CD. And so that's going to be -1. Oh boy, things aren't going good for OJ at all today. They don't get much better for him. Just saying. All right, Cleveland's going to let the clock run. We're going to go inside to Boykin. A 13 is CS, so inside the Boykin CS. A 21 is 24, and that will be for 2 yards. And we'll just let it run out from there. So Boykin, 2 yards, 45 seconds, and that'll do it in the half. So at the half, here's where we are. It is the Browns 17 and the 49ers 3. Now, I don't know if I can show you my whole screen or not without messing things up. So let me see if I can do this. Hang on one second. I want to see if I can just hide a couple of things here just so you can kind of see what's going on here. So just bear with me for 1 second. Alrighty. As I got to move some things around. You're going to see all this crazy stuff happening here. Yep, just like that. I screwed that up. Oh, come on. Where's the undo? There it is. All right, so I want to get this full size here. All right. So bear with me here. All right, let's see if this works. So this is kind of what I got going on here, okay? So that's the full screen, and hopefully you can see that here. So again, I can't see it right now. I'm going to go to my channel right now and see it. Okay, so yeah, so you can see that right now. Okay. All right, so you can, so basically, okay, that's good. I'll fix that later, but you can see it. All right, so if I click on some of my stats here, so this is my box score. So this tells me what happened. So you can see score by quarter. The first quarter scores, the second quarter score. Gives me my statistics for the game. So each team has 8 first downs. It talks about my rushing yards and my yards per rush. So Cleveland's only getting 1.7 yards per rush. I get passing yards, yards per completion, all kinds of things like that, time of possession. So it really does a good job. Then it breaks down my individual statistics. So OJ's 11 carries for 29 yards, things like that. DeBerg is 4 for 11 for 67 yards with 1 interception. And then my receivers here, McAfee, has got 2 for 23. And then the targeted receivers. This is what I really like. This shows you how many times I've thrown to the guys. So that way I'm kind of balancing it out a little bit. So I'm not really just going to one guy all the time. You know what I mean? And even back here, OJ's got 11 carries, and all the other people add up to 8. I'm okay with that. It should be heavily in favor of OJ. And then I got a fumble by DeVerg that he lost, sacked by Hartman, and the whole bit. And then I'll come down to Cleveland Browns, and you get Ray Wershing with his field goal. And it even shows you where it was from, 30 to 39. That's kind of neat. I never picked up on that before. And then it goes over to Cleveland at the half. So Pruitt as -7. That's my best running back, and he's -7 right now. Cleo Miller with 25 yards. He's doing well. Calvin Hill, who's in the game with 19, is doing well. Sipe, 7 for 8 for 128 and 2 TDs. Here's my receiving crew, and here's who I targeted. And it just goes right down the line here. And you can break it down by quarter. The statistics in this game is fantastic. It really is. So that's my game report. I got my quick drive summary so I can see what happened. So San Francisco, at 13:30, they went 3 plays, minus 10 yards and a punt. So it goes over my drives here. Cleveland started with the ball, and they went 3 plays, 5 yards and a punt. And it's just kind of neat. It breaks down the drive by drive. But all kinds of statistics in this game. I get my play-by-play log. So it tells me exactly what happened here. And so this is the kickoff, and then the first quarter. It sails out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first play. They give the ball on the ground. Sipe takes the snap, gives it to Greg Pruitt. He punches it forward, and he'll gain 3 yards. So, again, you get every play in the game. That's kind of neat. I do like that. Season statistics. It can show me my standings. So these are all the games that I've played. This one and one more will round it out. So as you can see in the Central here, there's no Cleveland because I haven't played a game yet. But once I get them in, we'll have the entire Week 1 standings done. It's kind of neat. If I go to individual statistics, I can check rushing, see who's done the best here. So my yards here. So John Riggins, he got 136 yards against the Patriots. And Earl Campbell, he's got 119 yards. So you can kind of check things like that. You can check passing, completion percentage. Was that the Gary Huff of the Buccaneers? Yeah, 18%. That's not bad. Stabler, 79% completion. It's just one game. But anyway, it just gives you an idea on some of the stats in this thing here. And so I will at some point I'll do a video and show all that stuff off and how you can change logos and things like that. But yeah, so far that's some of the things I've added here since last night's chat. APBA chat have been really kind of fun, and it's been a good time. So anyway, I'm Dave. I'm going to sign out here. I'm going to try to jump on tomorrow. See how tomorrow goes. See how much pain I'm in with my arm. Boy, my arm was really killing me today. That's why I didn't play hockey. But I'm back to a normal schedule this week, so let me see what I can do with that. And maybe jump on and show you some more of the helper, what's going on. It's just I just can't show all that in the cards. There's just no way I can do it. So, and John says, "Here we go, Brownies." Yeah, touchdown Browns. Yep. So they're up now. Was it 17-3 at the half? Is that where I was? Yep, 17-3 at the half for the Browns. So that is that. So I'm going to save that current game. Again, you can save the game and go right back into it, which is kind of neat as well. So, all right, well, I'm Dave. I'm going to sign off for tonight. Thanks for tuning in as I'm just kind of kicking around a new setup and, just trying a few different things here in the football game because there's so many things you can really kind of do to make it your own, and I'm really kind of enjoying doing that. So we'll talk to everybody later. You guys have a good night, and hope you enjoyed the stream last night. And I'm Dave. Bye-bye.